Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Y'all, we talking married to medicine, honey, and y'all know the saying, a drunk ain't ish. Now, our girl Quad, she was drinking. Now, I don't know if she was smoking, but baby girl had one too many, and we need to get into it because she was so lit. Maybe it's just a little bit too lit, y'all. We got to jump into what actually occurred and why was Quad so damn intoxicated.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
Yes. So y'all, let's jump right into it. First of all, there was many things that happened during this particular episode. So I'm going to peel back the layers one at a time. Now, the number one person we're going to deal with is Quad because she did the most talking. Of course, Dr. G and Sweet Tea, they just reacted to what she had already did. So we're just going to get into Quad's behavior, her demeanor, and why is she so loud and continually wants to stir the pot with Dr. G? I mean, it's been said they don't pretty much like each other, although we've been told that she actually was calling Dr. G to try to get a doctor's excuse, which is kind of odd when she kind of lets us know that he was a terrible husband. But let's kind of get into it and talk about what actually occurred on this trip and why was Quad so desperate to stir up this situation with Sweet Tea and Dr. G? Was she possibly just trying to secure her bag, her check? Because I mean, Dr. Heavenly did tell us that this was kind of her only source of income. Yeah, let's get into it. First, we must start off with the shadiness of it all. Why is Quad and her new man, her new boo, the one she said she wanted to bust it open for him? Why are they sitting next to Sweet Tea and Dr. G? Out of all the places they could have been positioned to sit, why? Now, this is a Dr. Simone's trip, right? And then this is a Heavenly who assisted her. So tell me, why did those two think it was a good idea to place Quad in the same place as Dr. G and Sweet Tea? Let's just think about that and start with that. So then we get into the question of how many times each person has sex with their partner. So Quad answers and says that it's about 15 times on the low end, follows up with how enjoyable it is. How interesting. Now, who in the hell has sex 15 times a day on the low end unless you are just broke, busted, and disgusted? Because do you not have anything else to do? So I'm just trying to figure out, how do you have that 15 times in one day on the low end? So what she's saying is that it's more. Does her man have a job? Does she have a job? I'm not understanding, but don't y'all kind of feel like this was all to maybe be shady? Because, I mean, anybody with their right mind would think, hmm, when this was with me, we wasn't having it 15 times a day. But I'm not saying that's what Dr. G was thinking. But why did this woman say she have sex 15 times a day on the low end and felt comfortable in saying it? And then everything goes to shit because Sweet Tea and Dr. G says they have sex 2 times a week, which, hey, that would be ideal for me. But Quad jumps in saying, y'all need to have more sex because they need to have a baby. And she, when I say she, Quad, slurring and drunk, is saying that she needs to be the one that is going to throw the baby shower. And the funny part is, Dr. G is like, girl, shut up. because you can't do anything getting your back blowed out 15 plus times per week. And then Quad gets real ratchet talking about throwing her thing in a circle, which the cast is saying, is she playing with Dr. G? Why would she be trying to pay for his baby shower? You see where I'm going with this? It's giving messy. And of course, Quad being extra drunk need to sit the hell down somewhere, baby girl, because you done had too many drinks. She's slurring in her speech. She shouts out that she wanted that marriage to end. And Sweet Tea says, hey, he wanted it to end too, while Dr. Devil Heavenly, whatever she calls herself, is in the background saying no. But what Dr. G said is he didn't know any man that would not fight for his marriage, even in the situation where the marriage was unhealthy. And everybody agrees that Quad needs to lay off the liquor. But then she goes on to try and drag Sweet Tea, saying, I think she is the perfect wife for her ex-husband. Then she goes on to say she supports this marriage all the way. And Dr. G, like, girl, we don't care what you think, girl. He said, you got a big mouth and you don't help people, girl. Shut up. Now, Dr. G is being called a narcissist and all of this stuff. But here's the deal, Quiet. Baby girl, this is what you asked for. You done woke up a sleeping bear. Then she starts to insult Sweet Tea, saying, I am what you want to be. Where did that even come from? Why does she need to want to be you, Quad? That was totally out of place. Dr. G at this point is losing it because he's yelling, can't even get it out. You be good, you be good, you be good. Now, I don't know what that was all about, but Dr. G was, his tone was high. And of course, Quad saying, your man is yelling at you, girl. My man would never, ever, never yell at me. But at the end of the day, that was pretty bad because it seemed like Dr. G got pissed off at Sweet Tea. And listen, I got to give it to Sweet Tea because she ain't letting these hoes treat her wrong, and she is speaking up. And, she just said a few things in response to what Quad was saying because Quad was drunk. She was out of order and it was just a bad look. And of course, Dr. Simone's husband makes the declaration that it had nothing to do with Heavenly, which is a damn lie because her and Simone are the two that placed them all together. Now, Quad becomes very verbally abusive and says she traded this MFer in. She's no longer Dr. G's wife because she traded his ass in for a king. Then says, what part of America is that baby from? Referring to Sweet Tea. I just don't understand why she has so much smoke for Sweet Tea. It just don't make any sense. Like, what's the bitterness? If you didn't want to be with this man, the last thing you have is smoke for a woman that's with a man that you never even wanted to be with. I mean, because let's be clear, Quad. You only wanted to be with this man for clout and to be on this show. Blame it on the alcohol, Quad. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've been through. Of course, Dr. G is scolding Sweet Tea. I told you from day one to stay away from this hoe. Now, he ain't say that. I said that. But Dr. G is feeling regretful because he like, look, I know, Sweet Tea, you may have wanted to be nice and cordial, but stay away from her. Stay away from her. And of course, Toya confesses and says this is what Quad wanted all along. She wanted a chance to get back at Dr. G and Sweet Tea.